NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Wright. Driving to the basket. It's tipped. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Chalmers. Pounded by Wright. Back to Aiden. The shot, no good. Jackson on the wing. Outside Irving. Back to Jackson. And here's Aiden. 6 to shoot. Irving for 3. And Aiden pulls it down. There's Jackson with the 3. Hits a three-pointer.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Wright. It's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Chalmers. Misses the 3. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Aiden. Jackson on the wing. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone for Jackson Jr.
Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Wright. Coulibaly on the wing. Back to Wright. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
Team foul. Kamari. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 1. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Pass to Jackson. Irving up top. Here's Coulibaly. There's the triple. That one is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Coulibaly. Jackson right side.
2 minutes remaining.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Chalmers. Coulibaly defending. And it's Chalmers missing.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Irving. And the finish by Irving.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:36 left in the opening quarter. The 3 from Aiden. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Here's Wright. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Substitution for the away team. Number 2, Jonathan Mobo.
Here's Chalmers. Ben Carroll the screen. Pass to Aiden. Ben Carroll outside. The three is up. Here's Kamari. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 5. He nails it, and we're tied. Jackson's got 6.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge. I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Right side, Irving. Pass to Mobo. Here's Chalmers. And the basket is good.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
The three from Ben Carroll. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. They lead by a bucket, and the second quarter is on its way. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Here's Black. Pass to Ellison. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Chalmers. Ellison grabs the board. Down low. The kick out to Ben Carroll. At the arc, Ben Carroll finds his mark.
And Ben Carroll has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here he goes. And that one's good. Chalmers.
And a superb job of creating just enough separation to hit the shot.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
They get it back. Pass to Black. Here's Mobo. Another shot. And he can't bank that one in. And here in the second with about 1.5 minutes gone by. Irving for 3. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 8 points.
Well, this is a multi-skilled big man. DeAndre Ayton's passing better than you think it is.
Right wing. Here's Black. No made baskets yet. And he buries his first look.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Outside Reddish. Pass to Mobo. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Outside for Irving. Here's Chalmers. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Black. And they're running. The three from Ben Carroll. Buries it from 3. Ben Carroll's got his second bucket.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Mobo. Let's go with a three. And Aiden pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
This one for three. Reddish misses. Knocked away. Outside Koulibaly. To the wing, right side. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul.
So it's the home team now. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Koulibaly hits the trifecta. Koulibaly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Koulibaly. Looking to end the run. Chalmers with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Over to the left wing. Jackson outside. The three. The rebound by Jackson. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. 55 seconds left in the second. And it's Koulibaly missing. Jackson outside. And stolen by Jackson. Pass to Chalmers. Back to Jackson. Here's Chalmers to the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mobo. The rebound by Jackson. Jacks up a three. Outside Koulibaly. The floater. Yep, that one goes. Koulibaly's got 5 points.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And the first half now in the books. Up 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Here's Black. Pass to Reddish. The steal. Right with the ball. Picked up by Reddish. Now here's Reddish. Right outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Black. Back to Reddish. Just 5 on the clock. Mobo gets the three to fall. Mobo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson the screen. Right, drives it. Fires the three. And that's good. Jackson for three.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's Ellison missing. Right on the right side. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Black, no good. And here's the fast break. It's picked off. The three from Banchero. He can't hit that time. Here's Koulibaly. It's rebounded by Banchero. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Well, you can see in transition, it's the long right speed that makes defenders nervous. This guy able to get in transition so quickly.
Out to the wing. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Wright. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
DeLon Wright is such a solid athlete who plays under control, understands how to pick his spots offensively.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
At the line for one.
And the free throw, no good. Pass to Chalmers. Up top, Ayton. Drops in the layup for two. Ayton's got 5.
Don't let DeAndre Ayton get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
Koulibaly with it. Here's Kamari. No points yet. Jackson outside. Here's Kamari. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Irving up top. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Jackson outside. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
Away team foul. Mario Chalmers. Second personal foul. First team foul.
To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
.41 seconds left in the third. There's Jackson with the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Substitution on the court.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Reddish. The turnaround. Ellison grabs the board.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Julius Irving.
The teardrop. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 10. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Right with the ball. Going inside. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Pass to Banchero. He takes the three. The shot misses.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Here's Koulibaly. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Black. And Irving comes to help. Pass to Reddish. Out left to the wing. They set the screen. Here's Black. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Right, drives it to the left side wing. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Oh, swiped away. Poked loose. And here comes the break. Irving for three. Chalmers with a rebound. Here's Kamari. Jackson the screen. Launches it. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Oh, great body control, good timing. Jackson really works the pick and roll to perfection.
From deep, he buries it from three.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Chalmers. Here's Kamari. And the three-pointer goes.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Pass to Jackson. Ayton with a screen.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
3 on 3. Here's Koulibaly. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Koulibaly's got 9 points here in the second half. Ayton with it. Irving picks him up. Here's Kamari. Ayton with a screen. Lots of room. And that's good for 2. Kamari's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Wright. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy basket.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 10. Good on both. 1:37 left to play in the fourth. Stolen by Jackson. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
Irving for 3. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
Jackson outside. Pass to Aiden. Now Irving. 5 to shoot. Jackson for 3. And Aiden pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Aiden with a screen. With the teardrop. And that one's good. Chalmers.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And the finish by Irving.
If you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
Here's Banchero. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Coming to you live on 2K. Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Here's Wright. And the layup's good off the glass.
You have to account for DeLon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Ayton, a screen. And stolen by Ayton. Here's the break. Pass to Irving. Back to Wright. And the dunk by Wright.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Wright, following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. And that one's good. Wright's got 6.
Just a smart shot by DeLon Wright. Get to your floater game. Get it before the defense can react.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Ayton. Here's Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Ayton. Outside for Jackson. Jackson with the screen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The tray. Koulibaly, no good. On the wing, Irving. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ahead. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
That's tipped. And he recovers it. And here is Ayton. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And right, here we go. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Home team on D. The 3 from Chalmers.
Well, we all know that DeLon Wright has instincts as a scorer, but remember, this guy takes pride in his defense.
Irving can't hit.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Here's Koulibaly. Back to Jackson. That one misses. Great D that time from Irving. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Now here's Ayton. Jackson from long range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Mario Chalmers. First personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's a 9-point spread. Outside Jackson. Fires for three. They grab their own miss. Hamara. Back to Ayton. From past the arc. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Pass to Mobo. Driving in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly. And you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too. And you've got 2 points.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 8. The second quarter coming up right after. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And the basket by Chalmers.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Away team foul. Tomorrow. First personal foul. First team foul.
Down low. Back to Reddish. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
Pass to Reddish. Back to Chalmers. Reddish with the ball. Now Koulibaly. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. The shot by Reddish, no good. 3 on 3. Here's Kamara. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Here's Chalmers, rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Chalmers looking around to the inside. Ayton a screen. Jackson has the open look. It's good. This game is all even. Jackson's got 5.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lets it go from 14. Ellison, no good. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Connects from 3-point range.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Ellison. They get it back. Second chance shot. And stolen by Chalmers. Pass to Mobo. Reddish with the ball. Chalmers looking around. There's a screen. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Nobody near Irving. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Banchero outside. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Here's Mobo.
And he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. To the left side wing. Now Reddish. Scoreless thus far. To the middle to stop the run. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Mobo. And a miss there on the triple. Got a piece of it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Now into the
40 seconds left in the second quarter.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
The three. Mobo gets the basket. Mobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And that one's good, Ellison. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that.
Get to right. Finished hard with two hands on that stump. Pass to Black. Here's Ellison. Kicks it out to Banchero. Over Reddish. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. A step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
In the corner, it's Coulibaly. There's the pick. Lets the three fly. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Here's the break. Irving with the ball. He's got 8. Pass to Ellison. Clock at 4. The 3. Right. That's a two-pointer. Mobo with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Jackson has the open look. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got... five now. Knocked loose. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And Wright throws it down hard.
Well, Delon Wright is such a solid athlete who plays under control, understands how to pick his spots offensively.
Fast break, here they come. Goes up. And finished off by Wright.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now, here's Reddish. He has yet to score, and the three ball is good.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And here is Wright. He's got 15. They set the pick. Pass to Koulibaly. Over Chalmers. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now Aiton. 6 to shoot. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Pass to Koulibaly. Aiton inside. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Chalmers, and it's blocked by Wright.
You see the quick reflexes of DeLon Wright, twice on the pipes.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And it's Shepard missing. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Shepard. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Fareed outside. Pass to Banchero. Back to Fareed. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
Chalmers with it. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the three. Rebounded by Kamare.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Koulibaly. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Wembanyama. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Kamare. Jackson with it. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Chalmers. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Chalmers kept his eyes on the rim, playing with confidence.
Wembanyama looking it over to stop the run. And the rejection by Jackson.
The ball goes to
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Banchero outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
first personal foul.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Banchero. Pass to Wembanyama. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's a 7-point spread. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Out to the wing. Down low. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. You can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket. Man, the mobility this guy has at his size, boy, Fareed has a good feel for when to get inside on the drive.
Here's Ayton. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Here he goes. There's the three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Wright. Nothing on the board. Here's Wembanyama for three.
Hey, I think that green light they'd given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Now Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. Here's Koulibaly. That one a little long. And Wembanyama up top. At the elbow, Banchero. Outside for Wembanyama. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
It's nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
There's Jackson with the 3. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. They lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Koulibaly with it. Over Koulibaly. Over to the wing. Ayton wide open. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 8.
And I'll tell you what, stretch bigs are getting bigger. Ayton, Embiid, Big Cat, this is the future.
Right for 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Over in the corner, Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Excellent finish from Chalmers that time. I love when he goes up strong like this.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Ayton. Rebounded by Jackson. On the wing, Koulibaly. Ayton in the corner. Outside Jackson. They set the pick. Drills the 3-pointer. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Chalmers looking around. That one good for 2. Chalmers has got 4 points in the quarter.
Getting work done inside. Chalmers not being dissuaded by his size.
Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
Yep, that one goes.
What a game for this man. Mario Chalmers putting on a show.
Wembanyama with it. Guarded now by Jackson. 3-pointer. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Koulibaly. Off target from outside. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Chalmers' shot is no good. Wembanyama left side. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Koulibaly.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got his first points in this one. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Looking to get back on track here. And Wembanyama with the layup. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Wembanyama outside. Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's got 15. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. Wow, through the contact in that three. Almost. Went in. And so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. And he's good on the second.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Over to the left wing. Ellison. Hands it from downtown. Ellison's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Ellison. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Banchero. Here's Mobo. And here's Reddish. And the foul on Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the visitors now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Ellison. Takes the 3. Mobo gets the basket. Mobo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that one's good, Ellison.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Brewer, good. Brewer's got 6 points.
And Brewer has no shame or shyness when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc. And he gets the shot off quickly from there, too.
Black, no good. And here is Brewer. Tries again. Pass to Black. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abdul Rahim. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Abdul Rahim's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mobo. And Abdul Rahim pulls it down. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Brewer. Here's Black. Still without a basket. Abdul Rahim. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Abdul Rahim.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
To the right side. Here's Rash. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Black. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try, because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Pass to Brewer. Here's Black. Cloak loose. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Banchero. Connects from three-point range. Banchero's got his first 3 points of the game.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Mobo.
Out of bounds.
There's 42 seconds left to the third. Brewer with the ball. Rejected by Banchero. Beyond the arc. Here's Black. Here's Ellison. No good on the triple. On the wing, Brewer. Got it. Good job in the low post. Brewer's For tuning in this. Wednesday, 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Fareed looking for an opening. Driving the lane. Kicks it out to Banchero. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for two. The quick look, no good that time. Right outside. Fareed right side. And count it from 19 feet away.
You really like to see Fareed making the shot and expanding his range just a little bit.
The three from Chalmers. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom five defense to a top five defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Here's Kamare. Banchero grabs the board. Fareed outside. Banchero left side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Koulibaly. Knocks down the three ball. Koulibaly's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Chalmers. The three. And Wright pulls it down.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Stolen by Chalmers. An even 3-on-3 break. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Wembanyama outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Out to the right wing. Banchero, that's good. He has 5.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
They get the rebound. Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Banchero. Outside for Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Kamare. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Ayton missing. Here's Wembanyama. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
Fires away from way outside. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mario Chalmers picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And the persistence shown by Fareed on every possession gets infectious.
Chalmers surveying the D. Drops in the tray. Chalmers has got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Coulibaly. Banchero with the screen. Back to Coulibaly. Driving inside.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
A wide open look here for Wright. Good on the triple.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
First quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Up by 15. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Over to the left wing. Back to Wembanyama. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 9.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Coulibaly. Ayton the screen. Pass to Kamare. Drills the three-pointer. Kamare's got 5 points so far.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Back to Wright. Wembanyama looking it over. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Back to Fareed. Three-pointer. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Coulibaly. Jackson with the screen. Shoots the 3. And here is Ayton. For 3. And Fareed sends it back.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious, stalking his prey.
And the shot goes down.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Wembanyama outside. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Ayton attack. And Ayton throws it down.
The coaching staff really likes it when Ayton looks to be aggressive, take advantage of guys who have no way physically to match up.
Pass to Wembanyama. Fareed with it. He's covered by Ayton. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Black. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Black. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. From the top of the key, Reddish grabs the rebound. To the right side. Here's Mobo. Another shot. Back to Black. Fires from deep. And Abdul-Rahim pulls it down. Black in the post. On the wing, Brewer. .51 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Black. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Ellison. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Brewer. Back to Black. Brewer up top. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the first half is now in the books. Up by 15. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Black. They set the pick. Pass to Mobo. Hits it from 3-point range.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And here is Brewer. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Reddish getting up there and getting explosive.
Now here's Brewer. Lets it go with the 3. The 3-pointer is right on target.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Here's Black. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Mobo.
will be a turnover. Away team ball.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Here's the screen. Nifty move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Mobo. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Mobo's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Brewer. And Brewer with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Black. Over in the corner, Banchero. Drills it from outside.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And the basket by Brewer.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Black. Here's Ellison. Hands it from downtown. Ellison's got 5 now. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Right wing. Back to Reddish. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Pass to Black. It's picked off. Here's the break. Now Reddish. So the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Banchero outside. Fades and shoots. Pass to Mobo. Reddish with the ball. Now Banchero. Stolen away. One-on-one here. Here's Brewer. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Into the lane. Pass to Reddish. Back to Black. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 8.
Reddish, not just a scorer, also good at realizing when to dish.
Here's Black. Over to the wing. They set the screen. Pocket 6. Now here's Brewer. Corner shot. Goes back up. Pass to Ellison. Second chance shot. Here's Black. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Black's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Reddish. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. We'll take a quick... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Right with it. Pass to Fareed. Wembanyama left side. Here's Banchero. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
Chalmers outside, and he drives in. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Here's Ayton. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ayton. Chalmers outside. Pass to Kamare. And the three ball is good.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Right with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Wembanyama, what a high release on the three.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And the basket by Chalmers.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Pass to Wembanyama. The shot. Rebounded by Chalmers. Now Koulibaly. It's up a three. The shot, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Koulibaly. Outside for Wembanyama. Koulibaly with it. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Outside Jackson. Here's Koulibaly. Bangs home the trifecta. Koulibaly's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Wembanyama.
Shooting for the away team. Two shots.
And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Outside Jackson. And the lead is down inside single digits.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama on the attack.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Takes it inside. Outside Jackson. Pass to Ayton. Fires for 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there? And what skill to knock it down?
On the wing, Koulibaly. Out left to the wing. There's the pick. Here's Ben.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
To the left side wing. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Kamare. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Kamare's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
3 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Here's Banchero. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Koulibaly. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Banchero, right side. There's the three. No good there.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Wembanyama for three. Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's